There are many people running successful graphic design or creative businesses. And if you ask them for advice to help you build success too, you'll likely get a variety of answers. You may get advice like get more clients, hire a team, work harder or hustle more, maybe even do cold outreach and post on social media every day. Or my personal favorite, just build out a separate revenue stream like selling templates or t-shirts. Do these strategies work to build a successful business? Sure, I think they absolutely can and do. But this advice is generic, could be unhelpful depending on where you are in your business and what you picture for your business. Before you decide to try any of these strategies, I want to ask you a question. When you think about the future of your own business, what do you picture? If you look 5 years into the future, what does a successful business for you look like? Do you see yourself continuing to hustle, getting more and more clients, perhaps building a team? Would that equal success for you? Great if it does. Or do you see a business that's a little slower maybe, that's sustainable, running smoothly, consistently profitable, filled with quality referrals, but leaving you time and freedom for you to have a life? Does that sound more like success to you? Let me know in the comments which version you like or if you have a different version in mind. So the second version sounds pretty good to me. Hey, in case we haven't met yet, I'm Amy Farrell. I've been a graphic designer, creative business owner for more than 20 years. I'm a business and project management junkie, I like to say, and I love helping other creatives build profitable, streamlined, referral-rich businesses that they truly enjoy. So let's address some of this advice that I just mentioned. Working more or working harder. So what most people don't realize is that simply working harder doesn't guarantee better results. Sure, some hustle is probably needed when you first start your business, that's a given, but it's not sustainable for most people. How many people do you know who are working a ton, burned out, and still aren't where they want to be in their business? Next, let's talk about getting more clients. Again, getting more and more clients doesn't automatically lead to profitability. Having more clients might keep you busy, sure, but those clients also might be keeping you broke and on a sure path to burnout. Let's talk about hiring a team. Hiring a team is great if you want to do that, but you must also have tight systems and processes in place or you will bleed money. And you guessed it, you still won't be profitable. Finally, let's address starting a side hustle like selling templates or t-shirts. Starting another business on top of the work you're already doing? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but building up any business takes time and more dedicated energy. So if you're already feeling depleted, this one might be difficult. Typically, selling products here and there without being dedicated full time, that might bring in some money, but the profit margins generally aren't great, so it's unlikely this approach will net you much profit unless you're really ready to go all in to build that business. The real issue here is that none of this advice addresses the root problem that could be going on in your business. So if you're not doing some or all the things I just said, how do you make sure you're successful and profitable? Well, business can have many complexities, but at its core, business is pretty simple. This equation sums it up. Product or service plus clients and customers equals revenue, right? The mistake most people make, and I'll explain why this is a mistake, is they approach this equation logically from left to right. Product plus clients equals revenue. So here's what many people do, and don't worry, I did this too, is they say, hey, I can design stuff, so I'll go get some clients, I'll take whatever they'll pay me, at least right now, I just need the work. Great, right? They start getting clients and work. They do great work. Those same clients might come back or they might tell their friends. The designer's feeling good. Yay, I have plenty of work. But then they realize doing all that work isn't actually paying the bills. So they think, hey, I just need more clients. And they go out and they get more clients. At some point, they might be making just enough money, but they have no time left to live their life or structure their business. They're doing only client work all the time. So they start to feel overwhelmed, disorganized in their business, and they can't see a way out of it because they're so busy doing client work. It can feel like a trap. Now, as I mentioned, the root problem here is that they built their business using that basic business equation, product plus client equals revenue. And their big mistake is that they focused on the wrong parts of the equation first. Basically, they did it backwards in the wrong order. And I've been there. I did the exact same thing. I think most people do. I was stuck in this cycle for years and didn't realize it. And it got to be too much. I felt completely stressed and burned out. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel, never getting ahead. I thought I'd have to keep up this pace of working constantly forever. Now, you might think in this situation, well, just raise your prices. And that's great advice. Yes, absolutely raise prices. However, at the time, I was terrified to do that. I thought all my clients would leave. I didn't know how to go about raising prices in the first place, or even how much. I was just flat out scared and an introvert, so I avoided conflict like the plague, right? Also, since I started my business with a generic, I can design stuff and accepted pretty much any price, I'd trained my clients to think I was cheap and a common general designer, doing the same as the millions of other designers out there. And they were right. How could I possibly raise prices on them? They probably would leave. So I let fear keep me stuck and overworked much longer than I needed to. Luckily, I finally hit a breaking point and made myself take charge of my business and get help. That meant actually learning how to structure and run a real business. Remember I said most creatives build their business equation in the wrong order? Product plus customer equals revenue? Well, if you want to skip so much frustration and time and get right to the heart of building a business that's sustainable, here's what we need to do. We're going to flip this equation around. Now, this might seem weird, but I promise this will all make sense. Let's look at the end of the equation, the revenue. This is where you need to start. This is where we put our focus first. What are your revenue needs and goals? Starting out, this number might be modest, and that's totally okay, but it needs to be something. Now, let's move to the next piece of our equation, customers. Who are the people you can serve best and want to serve, and what problems do you want to help them with? Go back to where you envisioned your business in 5 years. In your best and even wildest dreams, who do you want to be working with and why? Lastly, let's go to the final piece of our equation, the product. Figure out your offer to fit the clients you want and the revenue you need. Your offer, or maybe multiple offers, focus on your specialties so you're not seen as a general designer or creative. Your offer includes your product, your pricing, the benefits of what you do, so the value and uniqueness of what you offer is evident to the right buyer. You might say, so what? What's the big deal about flipping this equation around? Just because I want all of this doesn't mean I know how to go out and do all the steps. Right, that's okay. What this does, having this revenue goal first, it immediately gives your business a structure, something to work toward. It's a direction so you can start to market yourself to the right people. It's a plan to help you say yes to the right clients, no to the wrong ones, and close sales much more easily. So if we arrange this business equation in a more helpful way for us, it could read instead, the right revenue is equal to the right clients plus the right products. What I discovered in my business is once I knew what my revenue needs were, paying attention to how many hours I could comfortably work and then zeroing in on the right customers, developing my pricing and products to fit, I then easily knew how many projects I needed each month to hit my goals. And from there, it's a numbers game that you can easily track. So for example, if you determine you need 5 projects at $1,000 each, what are some ways you can reach that monthly goal? There are likely many products or services you can offer, but having the right services for sale means it solves a problem at the right price for the right person. And those right people are your clients, both present and future. Having both the right service and the right clients leads to the right revenue for you. So I hope this helps you think about your business in a new, hopeful, encouraging way. Think about what your revenue goals are moving forward. Check out the links with this video. I'd love to help you grow your creative or graphic design business.